Good day, I'm Rosie from See the Light Personal and Business Transformation. I'd like to tell you about my work with parents and families. For 30 years I've worked in Perth with parents. I've never met a parent who doesn't want the best for their children. In fact, I find most parents working very hard. They're working to find the best solutions at home and at work, and often squeezed with the pace of fast-living society in the 2000s where we are now. Parents tell me that they are exhausted, overwhelmed, and sometimes drowning in parenting information. There is a lot of parenting practical programs out there, but parents are still searching for answers. What I do through the Parenting Mindworks program is help people align their thinking, their values, and their beliefs about parenting. This program is like no other parenting program. It is a mental construct. Think it, believe it, and act it. It starts in the mind. I encourage parenting partnerships to develop where parents work together and include significant other people who help them care for their children. We map out a parenting framework to help parents decide what they want for their family and what is preventing them from getting it. We look at self-sabotaging beliefs. We look at hidden agendas that may be setting parents up against each other. We look at self-sabotaging behaviors, and we look at the fact that as adults we can be trapped by our own personal history. Often this gets in the way of what we want for our children. All parents are different, and most families are made up of more than one adult. Often they come with different perspectives, different ideas, and different dreams. Many parents work together, but sometimes these dreams and beliefs contradict each other or sabotage each other. The heart of the work that I do is about developing alignment between the adults who care for children so that they truly have a team. They understand each other and they work to their best capacity at least 30% of the time. We're not looking for perfection, we're not looking for rigidity or army-driven households. What we are looking for is harmony, an organisation, and a shared mindset about what is important for children. But this program is not all about talking. We actually do the do as well. So there are practical steps. Once parents have developed a framework, we begin to put that in action. And it's only when we put it into real action that the work starts. I ask families to plan their ideal family day, and that includes all the mundane and boring stuff, and we embed routines and rituals to make life easier for families. We help parents to look at the way that they communicate with each other and with their children. Often the gold is in the communication. Many times what we say with our voice or our heart is contradicted by our body language. And in fact we give double messages to children a great deal of the time. So we help parents to see and understand how they can best communicate with their children to achieve the results they want in their family. But even more than that, we look at finding the values that the families want to perpetuate for the next generation, and we look at how we can embed those families' values into everyday life. We develop a team approach because significant others who know the family and who care about the family and children can help support the parents in their journey of parenting their children. When we do this, it also takes out distortions, defeating beliefs, and disorganizations, criticism perhaps, that can occur, which often lead parents to struggle in implementing what they believe is important for their own children. So we're giving the power to the parents, but we're also creating a home where we can have less daily struggles and move towards efficiency and an agreement frame that gives shared leadership to the parents but also raises responsible children. We look at the style that parents use in their parenting and teaching children, and we look at what might be the consequences of that particular style. Research tells us that there are 4 styles of parenting, and each of them has some evidenced outcomes. So we discuss those together and see where the parents' perspectives are lying, and we help them to see what the future might look like in, say, a year's time, in 3 years' time, or maybe 10 years' time. And sometimes we actually embed tools and strategies that help parents to start backwards with a vision of where they want their family to be in a period of time in the future, and then we work out how are we going to actually get there. And life often gets in the way. As you can hear, we're in the park here and we have birds around us and we have traffic, and this is the realism of everyday life. So what we're doing is constructing a plan, but also embedding flexibility and teaching parents to solve their own problems. That is one of the steps in the program, which helps parents to jump in early when they see that things are going off the rails, and to use skills and tools to solve their own problems at home. I don't believe that any family needs fixing. I believe families have the answers within them. It's just a matter of bringing those answers into practicality. I also see that many programs around Perth, and the programs that I've worked on myself, have a focus of fixing children. Parents can spend a great deal of money on behaviour modification, but at home there is a holistic family with a whole range of elements that impact on family well-being, and that is what Parent Mindworks does. We look at family individual values and family combined values. We have adults in a family also, and the relationship between the adults has a significant impact on the well-being and the functioning of children in the family. So that's a whole nother section of the Parent Mindworks program, is looking at the relationships and looking at the attachment that is created within the family. We look at how to grow young people who will be confident, that will have a positive outlook for the future, with positive, strong, secure attachments to do well in their education, to do well with their friends that they make, in fact to take on life optimistically no matter where they are. And we help parents to embed tools to constantly work on their self-improvement and to keep their focus on what they have decided with themselves. The course generally takes 6 months, so that it is evenly paced and gives parents time to actually make change in their family, as opposed to just talking about change. This is equally an emotional, spiritual and social and physical program. We do come into the home, we do help to improve routines and rituals that involve children, and in fact we do some videotaping called interactional guidance, which helps us actually allow the parents to see from a distance what is happening as opposed to what they think might be happening. Most parents find this an enormously rewarding and powerful experience. We see life in that way from the children's eyes, as opposed to how the parents have perceived life to be. I love this program, and I've embedded everything that I know about children and about what research tells us is good for children into this 6 months package, because it is really important that we take parents' views, parents' beliefs, and compare that with what we know is essentially research to be positive and powerful for children. And then we come out with a personal family mix that has integration and has integrity, that those family can know that what they're doing for their children is healthy, is whole, and is founded by science and research and what we know is good for children in child development and also in brain development. So I would encourage you to think about this. It is something that I believe will enhance almost any family. Parents that come to me sometimes are new parents who, during their pregnancy and during their planning stage, want everything to be perfect. And then again, I work with parents in the adjusting to parenting stage who are finding that perhaps what they thought would happen hasn't actually panned out the way that they would. And then there are various stages in children's lives where their behaviour or their development stage may prompt their parents to seek further understanding and further help, and often that's around mid-primary years or adolescence. Parents also say sometimes we need a fresh look at what's happening at home. But no matter where you are on the family cycle, on the cycle of human improvement or growth, this program has something for everybody. It is a money-back guarantee program, and I would be very surprised if families actually don't get a great deal of benefit from using the tools and strategies to help them achieve the success that they want at home. When things are running smoothly at home, they are inevitably running smoothly in every area of life. And in fact, many of my clients have been high achievers in career and high achievers in business, but they have felt the squeeze in that little space that occurs between family and work. And it's often, I call that family transmitted dis-ease. Because often, if things are difficult in the playroom, if things are difficult at the dining room table, they will be difficult in the bedroom, and inevitably we transfer that stress and unease to the boardroom or wherever we are at work, because we are whole people. We don't just leave our issues at the door when we pick up our briefcase and walk outside during the day. And how nice to be pursuing your career, to be pursuing your study, knowing that your whole life is working towards your best intentions. I don't call myself an expert. I believe that the families I work with are the expert of their own lives. What I do is help people find solutions to the everyday dilemmas and problems that occur, and I help people to uncover what their dreams are for themselves and their families, and to put those dreams into action. I'd love to be able to talk to you more about this. I have a great passion because I know that this approach works for families, and I believe the mindset has been the missing link in previous children behaviour modification programs and family functioning programs to this date. This is not counselling, it is not therapy, it is not a treatment program, but it is a program that will move you from a position of being difficult and stuck to a position of moving forward with great confidence and self-esteem, that you're actually embedding in your family what you think is essential to a whole and good life for yourself and your children. I'd love to talk to you more. My name is Rosie Bell from See the Light, Personal and Business Transformation. Thank you.